Wait, don't spend another Lincoln penny until you see this. What if the 1980 D or 2016 D Lincoln cent hiding in your pocket has a detail that almost everyone misses? Every day, millions of these pennies are ignored, but collectors carefully examine them for rare mint errors, outstanding condition, and hidden features. In today's video, I'll show you exactly what makes these two Lincoln cents so interesting, the history behind them, and the important details you should check before you spend one. Stay with me until the end, because the next penny you find could become your favorite coin in your collection. The coin number 1. Imagine reaching into your pocket after a normal day and finding a small 2016 D Lincoln 1-cent coin. Most people would spend it without giving it a second thought, but experienced collectors know that every coin has a story, and sometimes the smallest details can make all the difference. The 2016 D Lincoln cent represents a modern chapter in American coinage, combining advanced minting technology with the legacy of one of the nation's most iconic coins. While the vast majority of 2016 D pennies remain ordinary circulation coins worth only 1 cent, exceptional high-grade examples and genuine mint-era coins have attracted strong interest from collectors. The excitement comes from learning what makes one coin stand out from millions of others. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. Over the decades, the design evolved while continuing to honor Lincoln's legacy. In 2016, the obverse still displayed Lincoln's familiar portrait, while the reverse featured the Union shield, a design introduced in 2010. The shield symbolizes the strength and unity of the United States, making the modern Lincoln cent both a tribute to history and a reflection of the nation's enduring values. The small D mint mark below the date identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. During 2016, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents for everyday circulation. These coins entered banks, stores, vending machines, and households across America, becoming part of daily life. Because such large numbers were produced, most examples are common. However, collectors understand that rarity is only one factor. Condition, originality, strike quality, and authentic mint errors are what truly separate an ordinary coin from a more desirable collectible. Condition is one of the most important qualities collectors evaluate. A penny that has circulated for years usually develops scratches, contact marks, discoloration, and worn details. Another coin that was saved immediately after leaving the mint may still display bright original luster, crisp lettering, and sharp design elements. Coins that survive in outstanding condition are much scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces, which is why they receive greater collector attention. Professional grading services carefully examine coins before assigning a numerical grade based on preservation, luster, strike quality, and surface condition. Even a slight improvement in grade can make a significant difference in collector demand. High-grade certified 2016 D Lincoln cents are especially sought after by collectors building top-quality registry sets, because finding nearly flawless modern coins is more difficult than many people realize. Another exciting part of collecting the 2016 D Lincoln cent involves searching for genuine mint errors. Although modern minting equipment is highly advanced, occasional production mistakes still occur. Off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and other authentic mint-made errors continue to attract collector interest because they are unusual and much scarcer than normal coins. These genuine mint errors are very different from damage caused after a coin entered circulation, such as scratches, dents, corrosion, or polishing, which generally reduce collector appeal. Many beginners believe cleaning an old coin makes it more valuable, but experienced collectors usually recommend leaving coins in their original condition. Harsh cleaning removes natural mint surfaces, leaves fine scratches, and can permanently reduce collector interest. Original luster and untouched surfaces are generally considered much more desirable because they preserve the coin exactly as it left the mint. The 2016 D Lincoln cent reminds collectors that every coin has a story beyond its face value. Although millions were produced, each coin represents modern American minting Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy, and the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Collectors continue searching rolls of pennies, bank boxes, and old collections in hopes of discovering exceptional examples that have survived in remarkable condition. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that successful coin collecting depends on knowledge rather than rumors. Most 2016 D Lincoln cents remain ordinary 1-cent coins, but genuine mint eras, beautifully preserved uncirculated pieces, and top-grade certified examples continue to attract the greatest collector attention. By carefully studying mint marks, condition, originality, and authentic mint-made varieties, collectors discover that the true reward is not believing exaggerated stories, but appreciating the history, craftsmanship, and hidden details that make every coin unique. The coin number 2. Have you ever picked up a 1980 D Lincoln penny and wondered if this ordinary-looking 1-cent coin could tell an extraordinary story? Every day, millions of pennies pass through people's hands without a second glance, yet collectors know that even modern Lincoln cents deserve a closer look. The 1980 D Lincoln penny was struck during an important period in American coinage, when the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse had already become one of the most recognized coin designs in the United States. While most circulated 1980 D pennies are common and usually worth only face value, exceptional uncirculated examples and genuine mint-era coins continue to attract collector interest. The real excitement comes from understanding the history, craftsmanship, and small details that separate an ordinary coin from one collectors are eager to preserve. The Lincoln cent has been part of American history since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. By 1980, the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had represented the series since 1959. Together, the portrait of Lincoln on the front and the memorial on the back created one of the most familiar coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint, making the penny an everyday reminder of American history. The small D mint mark below the date shows that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. During 1980, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents to meet the country's demand for everyday change. These pennies quickly entered circulation, where they were used for purchases, collected in piggy banks, and stored in family coin jars. Because such large numbers were produced, most surviving examples remain common. However, collectors know that production quantity is only one part of the story. Condition, originality, strike quality, and genuine mint eras are the characteristics that truly determine collector appeal. Condition plays an enormous role in coin collecting. A penny that spent decades in circulation naturally develops scratches, worn details, and darker surfaces. Another coin saved immediately after leaving the mint may still display brilliant original luster, crisp lettering, and sharply defined features. Finding a 1980 D Lincoln penny that has remained in outstanding condition for decades is much more challenging than locating an ordinary circulated example. That is why collectors carefully search bank rolls, old collections, and estate holdings in hopes of discovering exceptionally preserved coins. Professional grading services carefully inspect coins before assigning numerical grades based on preservation, luster, strike quality, and originality. Even slight differences in condition can greatly influence collector demand. High-grade certified examples are especially attractive because they represent the finest surviving pieces from a year in which millions of pennies entered circulation. Collectors building registry-quality Lincoln cent collections often compete for coins that combine excellent eye appeal with nearly flawless preservation. Another fascinating area of collecting involves genuine mint eras. Although the United States Mint maintained strict quality control, occasional production mistakes still occurred. Off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, clipped planchets, broodstruck, and other authentic mint-made errors continue to interest collectors because they reveal unusual moments during the manufacturing process. These genuine mint errors are completely different from scratches, dents, corrosion, polishing, or damage that occurred after the coin left the mint, which generally reduce collector appeal rather than increase it. Many beginning collectors believe cleaning an old coin improves its appearance and value. Experienced numismatists usually recommend leaving coins exactly as they are found. Harsh cleaning removes original mint surfaces, leaves fine scratches, and permanently changes the coin's appearance. Original luster and natural tunning are generally preferred because they preserve the authenticity of the coin and its connection to history. The 1980D Lincoln penny remains popular because it represents the continuing legacy of one of America's longest-running coin series. Every surviving coin tells a story of everyday commerce, while unaround Abraham Lincoln's lasting contribution to the nation. Whether found in an old coin album, a family collection, or a handful of pocket change, each penny reminds collectors that history often hides in the smallest places. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that successful collecting depends on careful observation rather than myths. Most 1980D Lincoln pennies remain ordinary 1-cent coins, but beautifully preserved uncirculated examples, top-grade certified pieces, and genuine mint-era coins continue to attract the greatest collector interest. By studying mint marks, condition, originality, and authentic mint-made varieties, collectors learn that the true reward comes from understanding the history and craftsmanship behind every coin rather than believing exaggerated stories. Every Lincoln penny carries a unique journey, making even a simple 1-cent coin a fascinating part of American history.